So these trees all grow in the water? Or at least part-time in the water?
Part-time in the water. So these are pond apples. I don't know if you noticed that apple that was on one. They're green apples.
Okay.
There's not very many on them. But maybe if you look hard enough, you can find one.
See, I think I see one right there, a little tiny, like this big. It's up on, like on the left-hand side. I don't know, just above that dead branch that's coming out at it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so look further out. You see the tree line out there?
Yeah.
So that's an island.
Okay, yeah.
All right, hardwood hammock is basically what they're called. Aside from the hammocks, everything else is underwater out here. So they're predominantly made up of the pond apples.
Okay.
The reason why they're lining the banks like this, obviously this is a man-made canal.
Yeah.
Right. When they dredged them out back in the 30s, this area, originally they were 10, 15 feet deep when they dredged them. So you've got a little bit of a bank on the edges of the canals. It's built up a little bit higher. When they dredged, these are north-south canals. There's an east-west canal that we're gonna come around to. That's about 15 miles long. That this canal connects to, and dead ends into the Tamiami Trail. There's about 5 or 6 of these. When they started dredging on that east-west canal, they went right through the middle of one of those islands, and on its way west, it rides on the backside of a bunch of other ones. So basically, all these years, the apples have been falling in the canals.
I gotcha.
And been taking root on the banks. Other than that, you'll see an apple tree or a clump here or there sporadically, but not very many.
Right.
Wider, the lilies are broken up, it's deeper.
Yeah.
Especially during the droughts when the bass really funnel in here.
Yeah, and they don't have anywhere to go.
Right. So these guys are territorial. Like this old gator right here that I call Scar, I've known him for a while. And fish is their main source of food. When you start reeling in fish around an alligator, buddy, they turn into sharks. Like they really don't want anything to do with humans, but when 3 of them that usually hang out right around here. But
that's cool.
This old boy right here I've known for a while.
Yeah, it looks like
I said,
he's like 10 feet.
Yeah.
It looks like he's got like what's that white area on his?
That's an old wound from a fight. That's the shape of a jaws from another
Look
alligator.
how close he is.
Yeah.
My
Just don't
God.
lean too far.
There's the fish. There's the fish.
What are you giving him?
I'm giving the fish. See the fish?
Oh, okay.
Sometimes he won't come 2 years to get those colors.
Okay.
Let me get a picture of you.
Yeah, you can see him.
Oh, right at the base
Yeah,
of the tree.
yep.
Look at that. You're so awfully friendly for a gallinal.
Doesn't know any better.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, Old Scar is probably the tough guy in the area.
That's way cool.
Yeah, very cool. And so there's fish.
Yep.
Will he go after the fish? Or?
No, they won't. They won't chase fish. They'll chase turtles. They can catch turtles. They're not going to catch the fish.
So how long do they live? So
Gators?
you've known this one for a while.
50, 60, 70 years is like an average, but alligators can live to be well over 100. Like him, he's probably 35, 40 years old.
Okay.
A gator that big in this part of the Everglades that doesn't eat a lot. Look out there.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's another male who's smaller,
Okay.
who doesn't get close to this guy.
Right.
The only time they get close to each other is when the fish are involved. They forget about wanting to kill each
Yeah,
other.
right,
and They're
right.
just thinking about food. But other than that, he stays. He'll get closer. Like if I had the fish jumping right now, he'd
Right.
get closer. But as soon as this guy puts a bead on him,
Yeah.
he takes off. I've seen him grab him a couple times.
That's cool.
But this is what they do all day long. If I didn't pull up here and disturb him, I mean, he'd either be on the bottom staying cool, or
Getting some sun.
well, they float motionlessly all day long, hoping that something comes
Ambush
swimming
predator.
by.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See, he's not relying on his eyesight to catch fish like
Yeah.
that. He's relying on the sensitivity of the nerves in his jaws. See, once he's been like that for a few hours, all the fish are swimming around him, but they're staying away from here because he's moving.
Right.
But once he's still, he has a better chance of something swimming by his jaws, not realizing danger. More square than round. You can see the shape of them that has the ridge on top. They're lined, they're in rows. That pretty much makes the body armor up on an alligator. Not a solid shell like a turtle, but pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
The scoots also work like mini solar panels. Right now, that's where his blood is circulating up there.
Okay.
His heart right now is only beating 4 or 5 times a minute. So that blood is barely moving. The heat from the sun has got those scoots nice and hot. Now that blood's getting nice and warm. He doesn't even have to completely leave the water.
That's so cool.
Very cool.
Gets it head on. Yeah.
And swallows it whole like that.
That's crazy.
If he catches a deer, he can't take a clean bite out of a deer. Like
Yeah.
a shark. You
Yeah.
know, shark
Yeah.
Shark will take your leg off. So what alligators rely on is the tremendous jaw pressure. Like he's got 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 psi a bite.
Wow.
So when he clamps down on something, it's like vice grips.
Yeah.
And that's what the roll is.
Oh.
There he goes. He's just going to lay on the bottom.
Cool.
Heard him let out a little bit of air.
Yeah. That's
Like
awesome.
invisible down there.
Yeah.
How many of y'all got bit by, how many people got bit by a shark?
Right.
You know, it happens. But
Where are you going?
You're just chilling.
I've come down the canal looking for him, putting, as long as there's enough sun, and be able to find him because of that scar. You, 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 you. Sometimes we get a visit from a female that lives around here too. But you see how he's got 2 eyelids? You see that one closing from front to back?
Set, yeah.
Nictitative membrane, so that's clear. So that's the one he closes when he submerges so he can still see. Hey, what are you snorting at me for? Now, if he's going to brawl, he'll close the outer eyelid to protect his eyes. Look at those legs. Look at the nails on them.
Yeah, I know.
That's how they can get those holes dug. And they can climb. They're not, they're not climbing up these trees, but like in town, chain link fence, alligator climb right over a chain link fence. You can Google that. You got a dog in your backyard and you're living on a lake or a canal and the dog's making a bunch of noise.
Right.
That's a dinner bell for an alligator.
Yikes.
Wow.
There's several out here that we can pick out because of that reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he doesn't get a lot of food, but there's also not a lot of competition from other gators here for territory.
No, there's a bunch of them around us.
Really?
They live amongst each other, right around each other. But when you've got see how he's going that way and this guy took off.
Yeah.
When the dominant alligator is moving around in his area, if you're a smaller male, you got to get out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they're all around us.
Okay.
You should during mating season. These guys, there's a whole ritual that goes on. They have you ever heard an alligator bellow?
Yeah, the croak. Yeah.
So when they're
You
doing
can see
that,
the water vibrate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you'll sit here. We'll be sitting here with Scar, maybe another male, and he sounds off. They'll do that 4 or 5 times, and then you'll hear one out here,
Yeah.
and then you'll hear one over here, and then you'll hear one over here. They're just different gators taking turns.
Yeah.
They're all around us.